Hello, everybody. A very, very warm welcome to the House of Games. I'm Richard Osman. All week, I'm joined by four famous faces. They are fighting it out to win this trophy at the end of the week. It's been a very fun week so far. Shall we meet our players? They are Lolly Adefope, Dan Walker, Sarah Greene, and Miles Jupp. Welcome, welcome. What a week so far, Lolly.
So close.
So close, yes. Up to a point. Shall we take a look at the leaderboard and where we stand? You are such a solid fourth currently, which is great, because it's a really good base on which to build, isn't it, throughout the rest of the week.
Underdog.
But look how close. I mean, there's 2 points between all four of you there. Lolly has 4, Sarah has 5, Miles and Dan have 6. Anybody could win, Lolly.
Thank you.
Dan, talking of anybody could win, you won yesterday.
Yeah, it was a big surprise for me and everyone else as well. I'm in Coaster Dream World still. I mean,
took home some House of Games coasters for reasons very much best known to himself. There were some lovely prizes you could have had.
Who used the coasters this morning?
This guy.
And other members of my family.
They're good coasters, right?
They are I thought they'd be
quality.
really bang-average paper coasters. They are solid.
Talking of awesome prizes, Sarah Greene, Monday, House of Games bread bin you took home with your victory.
I did. It added a certain sweetness to the whole thing of actually winning something for once in my life.
If that's the first thing you've ever won, then what a place to start.
The bar is set very high.
Isn't it just? Shall we have a look at what prizes are up for grabs today?
Let's.
House of Games toolbox, which has been very, very popular, the toolbox.
God,
there's a stress doll, there's an electric toothbrush, the House of Games jigsaw, and House of Games driving gloves there. What do you think you go for, Sarah?
There is an embarrassment of riches.
Oh, I mean, tell me about it. It's amazing.
So, again, I'm torn between the gloves and the toolbox, but probably I'd go with the gloves.
Miles. Now, I've just talked to 2 winners there. You have come second, both shows, by 1 point each time.
Is that right?
Yeah, it is. And each day you say, I'm not really worried about winning. But surely by now you're getting a bit worried about winning.
Worried about winning?
Worried you might never win.
Oh, right, no.
Worried it may never be Miles Jupp's day.
If that's how it is, that's how it is. I mean...
Don't do all this with me.
Look, if I'm going to prance out of this studio carrying a Richard Osman branded toolbox under my arm, then so be it.
Nothing can stop you.
Let's get super competitive. Let's get mean. Come on, Miles, you can do this.
Yeah.
Shall we get on and play the first round on today's House of Games? It is Mouse of Games. Now, in this, we've taken a series of 90s films and we've changed the title by 1 letter. So you see, instead of House of Games, we've called it Mouse of Games. In this round, we've taken some 90s films, we've changed their titles by 1 letter, OK? We are now going to give you a synopsis of this new imaginary film, and you have to tell us what it is, OK? We will start with Lolly. Here's your first one. So this is a 90s film. We changed the title by 1 letter. This is the synopsis of this new imaginary film. A toy cowboy must convince his new friend that he isn't an astronaut, but is actually a dark, salty condiment of Chinese origin.
Soy Story.
Soy Story is the correct answer. Very well done.
Sorry, I got very exciting.
We changed the T of Toy Story to an S and made Soy Story. Do you see how this works now?
Yes.
Dan, here's your 90s film. We've changed a letter.
OK.
A New York chicken is inducted into a secret organisation responsible for policing alien life forms on Earth, dressed in a sharply tailored suit.
Is it Hen in Black?
Is the correct answer. Hen in Black. Very well done.
Well done.
We changed Men in Black to Hen in Black. Sarah Greene.
Yes.
Here is yours. What film is this? We changed a letter of. Whoopi Goldberg plays a singer who hides from a gangster by disguising herself as a tiny insect.
Would that be Sister Ant?
Is the right answer. Very well done. Sister Act, we changed the C to an N, and we have Sister Ant. Miles, we changed 1 letter.
Right.
Here's the synopsis of the new imaginary film. Very best of luck.
Thank you.
A young US janitor with a gift for mathematics is given a place at university, only to spend most of his time boating on the river.
That is Goodwill Punting.
Is the right answer. We changed Goodwill Hunting into Goodwill Punting. People are never normally this quick at getting the answers, so this is very impressive so far. I like the way your minds work. New categories, we go down the line again. This time we changed the titles of novels by 1 letter. Here's a synopsis of the new novel. Lolly, what novel is this, please? An enigmatic business magnate draws the innocent Anastasia Steele into a seductive world of monochrome gardening implements.
Um, 50 Spades of Grey.
Yeah.
Is the right answer. Well done. Change the H to P. 50 Spades of Grey. Well played, Lolly. Dan, here is your novel. We changed one letter of the title. Here's the new synopsis. An aspiring writer accepts a job as a winter caretaker at the Overlook Hotel, but spends most of his time whinging and moaning about the spooky goings-on. Do you recognise the novel? No.
It's going to be really annoying, isn't it, when I find out what it is?
Yeah, it is. Should we time you out, Dan?
Yeah, I don't think nothing's going to drop into the brain, I'm afraid.
Anyone else? Miles.
The Whining.
The Whining. The Shining. Change the S to a W. Sarah Greene. Here is your novel. We've changed one letter of the title. In this Cormac McCarthy thriller, a former Strictly judge must evade a deranged hitman after stumbling across a case full of money near the Mexican border.
I'm going to have to just guess this, so hands on buzzers, everybody.
I think you're safe, Sarah.
A Good Man Down or something.
Miles?
No Country for Old Len?
Oh, yeah.
Is the
I knew
right
Len.
answer. Well done.
I
So,
think of Len.
No Country for Old Men. We changed the M to an L. No Country for Old Len.
Yeah.
Miles, we end the round with you. A woman tells the heartbreaking story of how her husband randomly travels back and forth in time with the awful side effect of putting on excess weight.
Heartbreak story is something that the time travels. Crikey.
Lolly has a hand on the buzzer.
No, I'm struggling here.
Should we time you out?
Yeah, you better hand.
OK, no answer from Miles. Lolly.
The Time Traveller's Wide.
Is the correct answer. Very well done. The Time Traveller's Wife. The Time Traveller's Wife. Change the F to D. Time Traveller's Wife. That's the end of that round. You'll be delighted to hear. Shall we take a look at the scores? Dan and Sarah both have 1, and joint leaders, Lolly and Miles, with 3 points. Shall we move straight on to round 2? Today it's going to be all in the details. This is a pairs game, so the player in last place will choose a partner. Currently that's Dan and Sarah. Sarah, you haven't chosen a partner yet this week, so who would you like to team up with here?
I'd like to team up with Lolly, please.
So Sarah and Dan, if you would change places.
Nothing against you, Miles, but I've sat next
No,
to
it's
you.
No one wants you, Miles.
I quite understand.
And
Dan,
so I have to move over.
when you're in a team with Miles, you're not supposed to go up to say,
Sorry.
no one wants you, Miles.
How are you? That's really...
Hello, Lolly.
Yeah.
This is
You're right,
nice,
Dan.
Lolly and
Yeah,
Sarah.
feeling confident.
Yeah.
Dan and Miles up there.
Oh, yeah.
This
Dream
is
team.
Lovely. That's a funny old dream.
Well,
Now, in this round, I need an answer from all of you. And I'm going to give you 3 clues to the answer I need. And those clues have been provided by your partner before the show. Today's category is sport. And Lolly, we'll go first with you. The thing I'm looking for from you is a competition. We're looking for the name of a competition. Now, before the show, Sarah completed 3 clues. And you're going to have to try and guess the competition from the 3 clues which Sarah has completed. OK? Here's your first clue. I'll give you all 3 clues before you give it a guess. The contest normally takes place every, according to Sarah, year. So every year. Your next clue.
Yes.
It first took place in the, according to Sarah, 19th century. And your final clue. The trophy consists of a, according to Sarah, box burnt wood. So normally it takes place every year, 19th century, and the trophy consists of a box burnt wood. What competition is that?
The Olympics.
Is it the Olympics? Sarah, it is.
No.
It is not, I'm afraid. Sarah, what was the answer?
Oh, God.
the Ashes.
The Ashes was the answer.
Oh.
Yeah. First took place in the 19th century, quite right about that. Takes place roughly every 2 years or so, and is, burnt wood, they're bales.
I was
Say it
thinking
in
of the
3
Olympic
words.
torch. And I was like, oh, maybe it's...
Yes. Yeah.
I see. Dan Walker, it is your turn now. We are looking for a sport. So the name of a sport. Miles, before the show, completed 3 clues. So here are the clues that Miles...
Are these helpful?
These are wild guns.
You're not really supposed to talk in this round.
Sorry.
Miles.
Be quiet.
Yeah. I'm being told for the rest of the show, Mike. You say Miles for the rest of the show? OK. Dan, we're looking for a sport. Miles has filled in these clues for you. What's the sport? A goal is worth, according to Miles...
No.
3. OK? A goal is worth 3, according to Miles. A mixed rules international game takes place against, according to Miles, no one. There is no mixed rules international game here, according to Miles. And your final clue, if you haven't got it already, is best known for having, according to Miles, an Antipodean following. An Antipodean following. So gold is worth 3. A mixed rules international game takes place against no one. It's best known for having an Antipodean following. What are we working off there, Dan?
Well, I'm not sure the first 2 are particularly useful, but I'm going to go for Aussie rules football.
So Aussie rules football, says Dan. Is that the right answer? It's the right answer. Very well done. Very well done. Gold is worth 6 points. I think you can get like a side goal, can't you, in Australian rules, which is 1 point.
So who do they play against if there's a mixed rules international? Is there like different
They
rules?
play against the Irish Gaelic footballers. I would love to watch that. And Antipodean following. I would say it's about as good an answer as you can give for its best known for having, because that really gave it away. So very well played, Miles, and well played, Dan. Point for you.
Richard.
Sarah Greene. Sarah, we are looking for a person. So a sports person.
I'm so sorry.
OK, Lolly. Lolly has completed 3 clues. She just said sorry to Sarah Greene. So Lolly has filled in
Really
these
nice
3
game
clues.
today.
Who is this person, Sarah? He has won 6, according to Lolly, snooker championships. His autobiography was called, according to Lolly, Stone Cold. Those 2 seem to slightly go against each other, but... and the final clue, his rivalry with, according to Lolly, Ronnie, was turned into a 2016 BBC drama. So he's won 6 snooker championships, autobiography called Stone Cold. His rivalry with Ronnie was turned into a 2016 BBC drama.
No, I know who this is. I just can't think of his name, which doesn't help at all.
If you know who it is, maybe I'll give you a
Clue
point.
2 is probably the best clue.
Oh, Lolly, we don't give
sorry.
extra clues.
Just out of my opinion.
Okay.
And in fairness to you, they're all excellent.
Hurricane Higgins.
You're going to say Hurricane Higgins?
I think I am.
Is that the correct answer? It is not, I'm
Okay.
afraid.
They're probably all wrong.
Do you remember who it was, Lolly?
Steve Davis.
Steve Davis.
And
was
who
the
is
other
that?
one.
Do you know what? I was
No,
going to
you're
say
right,
it
you've got
can't
the
be
right
Steve
guy.
Davis. It's Hurricane... yeah.
Nugget.
The
Yeah.
Nugget. He has won 6 World Snooker Championships. A perfect clue. Well done. His autobiography was not called Stone Cold.
I almost put Stone Cold Steve Davis and I realised I can't put that.
that would be cheating, yeah. That is his name. Interesting was the name of his autobiography. And his rivalry with Alex Higgins, Hurricane Higgins, was turned into a 2016 BBC drama called The Rat Pack. Terrific, if you haven't seen it. Unlucky Sarah and Lolly. Miles Jupp, final question in this round.
Yes.
We are looking for a sport, so the name of a sport. And Dan has essentially missed a sport.
Right.
Has given you 3 clues, so they should be pretty spot on, Dan.
I hope so.
I would hope. Here are your clues, Miles. Each team can have, according to Dan, letters on tops on the court. The manager of England is, according to Dan, Tracy Neville.
OK.
And final clue, a standard game lasts, according to Dan, 60 minutes. 60 minutes. So letters on tops, Tracy Neville, and 16 minutes. What sport is Dan trying to describe to you here?
I didn't know how long a game lasted, I must say. I think I've heard of the Tracy Neville connection. And the letters on tops is netball.
Is that the correct answer? Absolutely right. Well played. Lovely clues from Dan as well.
Well done, Dan. That's an excellent clue, the letters on tops.
Very clever
Very
clue,
good.
wasn't it?
I've watched quite a bit of the Commonwealth Games, but I can't remember if a game does last 60 minutes.
Yeah, 60 minutes.
It is 60
Yep.
minutes.
7
okay.
players on court as well, and Tracy Neville, you're absolutely right. Sister of Gary and Phil Neville, of course. That's the end of that round. Dan and Sarah, if you swap back into your original positions, please.
Thanks, Dan.
See you, partner.
Excellent. Everybody wants to be with
Sorry,
you.
sir.
A very good round there for Dan and Miles. Let's take a look at the scores at the end of that. Sarah in last place with 1 point. Joint second is Lolly and Dan with 3, and Miles is in the lead, 5 points.
Yeah.
Well played, Miles. So Miles has been second both shows this week. Is this going to be the one where he gets his win? Let's find out. Shall we play round 3? It is. It's all in the name. On this show, we can make questions out of anything, including your names. Now I'm going to read a series of questions, and the answers are all contained in the letters of your individual names. Fingers on buzzers, you get a point if you get a right answer, 2 points if you get one where it's your name that we're basing the answers on. So we'll start off with Lolly Adefope. Let's put it up on the board there. So the answers to these questions, all the letters will be somewhere in that name. Here's your first question, fingers on buzzers. Small human-powered boat propelled by a paddle wheel. Yes, Sarah.
Pedalo?
Is the correct answer. Well done. Did you know that you had a pedalo in your name?
I didn't.
This is my favourite bit about this round. People go, I didn't know I had a pedalo in my name. Here's the second one based on Lolly Adefope. Lump or portion of semi-solid matter, such as mashed potato. Yes, Miles.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Sorry, we'll have to time you out. Yes, Dan.
Oh, one of my favourite words, dollop.
Dollop is the correct answer. Well
Lovely.
done. Good. Dollop, well done if you said that at home as well. Dan Walker, the next two are based on your name. Both answers are contained in the name Dan Walker. Here's your first one. Male duck and stage name of the rapper who had a hit with one dance. That is Dan.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Sorry, I was going to... Yeah.
Yes, Lolly.
Drake.
Drake is the correct answer. Well done. Male duck and stage name of the rapper who had a hit with one dance.
As soon as I saw the word duck, I just went Mallard. And then there's no end in my name.
Here's your next one, based on Dan Walker. Type of ductless gland situated above the kidneys. Yes, Miles.
Renal?
Is that the correct answer? It is not the correct answer. Anyone else? Dan Walker.
The lake gland.
It's not the lake gland.
Oh, how disappointing.
Good for you for having a go, though. It's the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland.
Oh, right.
Sarah, the next two are based on your name. No one has scored 2 points yet on their own name. Here's your first one. All these answers are in the name Sarah Greene. Surname of the 40th President of the United States. Oh. Yes, Sarah.
Reagan.
It's the correct answer. Well played, Reagan. 2 points for Sarah there. Here's your second one. Type of clarified butter, which is a staple food on the Indian subcontinent. Yes, Miles.
Ghee.
Ghee is the correct answer. Very well played, Miles. And we turn now to Miles. We have now two questions based on Miles Jupp. 1 point if you get it right, 2 points if Miles gets them. Here's your first one. Name featured in the titles of singles by Shakin' Stevens and Ali G with Shaggy. Miles.
Smile?
It's incorrect, I'm afraid.
Ooh.
Yes, Sarah.
Jump.
It is not Jump. No one's actually given me a name yet.
Name, as in a person's name.
Yes, Lolly.
Oh, Julie.
Is the correct answer, Lolly. Well done. Oh, Julie by Shaky and Me Julie by Shaggy featuring Ali G. Is your second one. Popular cereal, fruit and nut mix associated with Switzerland. Yes, Miles.
Muesli.
Is the correct answer. It doesn't look like that would fit in your name. If you said to me before today, Miles Jupp's got the words muesli written in it, I said, no, it's impossible. It's an impossibility. That is the end of that round. Finished very well for Miles, getting 2 points for getting one on his own name. Let's take a look at the scores. 2 rounds to go.
Oh.
Well, it's pretty close. Dan and Sarah currently in third place with 4 points. Lolly in second with 5. Miles increasing his lead, 8 points. Well played.
Well, I can engineer a second from here.
Well, Miles and Lolly are in first and second. You're the 2 players without a win so far. Shall we play another round?
Yeah.
See if
Oh,
Miles
yes.
can continue this stately process. Shall we? Contractually, we're going to have to. Here it is. Let's play round 4, shall we? Today it is... I'm terrible at dating. This is a round on the tablet, so you take your tablets out, please. I'm going to give you a series of events from world history. You just need to write down the year they happened, please. OK? The closest to the date gets a point. If you get the absolute correct date, you'll get 2 points.
Ooh.
Shall we take a look at our first one, everybody? Pens at the ready. When did this happen, please? The War of the Roses begin with the First Battle of St Albans. When do you think that is at home? If there's a few of you, write down your answers and see who's closest. Miles, you in?
I've written something.
OK, we are all in. Lolly, shall we get this over with? When have you sang for the Wars of the Roses? 1700. I mean, might as well be. Dan, when are you going?
I've gone 1454.
1454. Do you have any knowledge of when the Wars of the Roses were?
Vague. I got confused with other wars.
That sounds like the talk of a man who knows what he's talking about. Sarah, when are you going?
Very close to
Whoa.
almost.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of.
1464, you are saying. Miles, where have you gone? It sounds like these two might know what they're talking about.
I've gone 1645.
1645, so you're up near Lolly. Dan and Sarah, 15th century. Lolly, just 18th century. Miles, 17th. When did the Wars of the Roses begin with the First Battle of St Albans? It was 1455. 1454, said Dan. He's 1 year out. That's very impressive. You get a point, though. Well played, Dan. Here's your next question. When did this happen, please? The first cash machine in the UK becomes operational. When did the first cash machine in the UK become operational? It's the first ATM machine. When was that operational? Has everyone got an answer?
Yeah.
Dan, we will start with you.
I'm going to go for 1974.
1974. Oh, look at what he's drawn underneath as well. It's lovely. 1974 says Dan. Sarah, what are you going with?
I've gone a bit later, actually. Probably wrongly.
1980, says Sarah. Miles, what have you gone?
1970.
1970.
A little bit earlier.
A little bit earlier, 1970, year of my birth. And who was the first person to use one?
I think it was Reg Varney.
The sitcom actor.
That's right.
I think so. I've seen that picture as well. I think it's in Enfield. And Lolly, where have you gone?
I've gone the same as Sarah.
1980. So we've got two 80s, a 74 and 70, all within the same 10 years or so. Let's find out who's going to win the point. The first cash machine in the UK becomes operational in 1967. Miles, well done. Point for you. You're the closest.
Crikey.
Yeah. That is crazy, right?
Yeah.
Last one in this round. When did this happen, please? The Gettysburg Address is delivered. The Gettysburg Address is delivered. When was that? So when was the Gettysburg Address? What have you gone for at home? Sarah Greene, we'll start with you. What have you gone for?
I've gone for no apparent reason, 1861.
1861. I like the answer.
That's all that matters.
1861. Miles, where have you gone?
I've gone 1788.
1788.
I don't really know why.
Yeah. Same. 1788 says Miles.
I know that it's one of those dates that when you hear it sounds very memorable.
This
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yeah,
A date
oh, there.
that sounds memorable. 1788? Of course, we all know.
yeah.
1788,
The events of 1788. Lolly, you
Cast
can't
a lot.
change
I'm
yours
just
to
going to put in the bottom
1788,
what,
I'm afraid.
what I would have changed it to.
OK. Let's take a look at your actual answer.
1850.
1850, and you were going to change it to 1878. But
Yeah.
1850 is your answer.
Yeah.
Dan?
I've gone 1867.
1867.
And a sort of stars and stripes type thing there.
Oh, that's what that is.
Yes.
A broad sweep there of years. What have you said at home? Gettysburg Address, when was that delivered by Abraham Lincoln? 1863. Sarah Greene. So close. 2 years out. Very well played.
Good old Abe.
Point for Sarah Greene. Tablets away, please, everybody. We have one round to go. Shall we take a little look at the scores? Oh, look at this. Miles is our leader with 9 points. 5, 5 and 5. Lolly, Dan and Sarah. Let's play our final round. As always, it is... Answer smash. Miles goes into this with a 4-point lead. Is he going to get his first win of the week, or is somebody going to catch him? Point for a correct answer, point off for an incorrect answer. We're going to show a picture, we'll show a clue underneath. You smash the answers together. Here's your first category, peace activists. So there'll be the pictures, there'll be a clue underneath. Buzz in and give me the correct answer. Good luck, everybody. Here's your first one. Which young Egyptian king was discovered in his tomb in 1922? That is Dan.
Desmond Tutankhamun.
Desmond Tutankhamun is the correct answer. Yeah, very well done. Point for Dan. Here's your next one. Which Roald Dahl book was adapted into a West End musical with music and lyrics by Tim Minchin? Yes, Miles.
The Dalai Lama Matilda.
The Dalai Lama Matilda is the right answer. Well played. Very solid stuff. Here's your next peace activist. In the Harry Potter books, the Hogwarts Express departs from which London railway terminus? Lolly.
Martin Luther King's Cross, St Pancras.
Yeah, I'll give you Martin Luther King's Cross.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, very well done, Martin Luther King's Cross. That is the end of peace activism, I'm afraid.
Not forever,
yeah, apparently. That's what I'm hearing. Peace activism is going to be replaced with, I'm hearing...
Warmongering.
Traditional toys. So that's nice. Yeah, I think if you're going to replace peace activism with something, that's a nice place to go. Traditional toys, those will be the pictures. There'll be clues underneath. Can you smash them together? Which Britney Spears song was a UK #1 in 2000? Yes, Mars.
Hula hoops, I did it again.
Is the correct answer. Well done. That's a nice one. Hula hoop and oops, I did it again. Hula
I don't
hoops,
feel at all
did it
proud
again.
of saying that. I'm going to carry that shame.
Next one up is... Which Japanese artist and musician married John Lennon? Yes, Lolly.
Yoko Ono.
Yoko Ono is the correct answer. Well played, Yoko Ono. Here's your next one. What name is commonly given to the inhabitants of England from the 5th century to the Norman conquests? Yes, Dan.
Boomerangles.
Well, I'm going to give it to you. I'll give it to you. The answer I was looking for was Boomeranglo-Saxons. Okay. But there are plenty of angles there.
Yeah,
as well.
Angles and Saxons.
Yeah, it would be harsh to not give you
Thank
that.
you.
Here's your next... Oh, that is time up, time up. Miles was 4 ahead going to that final round. He then did really, really well in the final round. But who has won? That is a question we have to ask ourselves. Wednesday, who is our winner on House of Games? It is... Our popular victory here. Miles Jupp takes it, 11 points. Well played, Miles.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
That's nice. It's been a long time coming. Lovely to have you on the leaders' rostrum. What would you like to go for your prize, Miles?
Oh, gosh.
I mean, there's the toolbox or driving gloves. They're both very Miles Jupp prizes.
I'm going to go for the toolbox.
It's going toolbox.
Yeah.
House of Games toolbox for Mr. Miles Jupp, our winner today. Well played.
So I'm very excited about that.
So 2 days to go. Someone's going to win that trophy. Here's how we currently stand. Sarah, you have 6 points. Lolly, you have 7. Dan, you have 9. Mars, you have 10. That's pretty close, I would say. Pretty close. There's only 4 points between first and last, so it could be anyone's this week. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you the same time, same place tomorrow. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow as well on the House of Games.